Okay, we are going to move on from perimeter of a sector, and this one's a little bit easier because you don't have to remember to add the diameter or the two radiuses, and we're going to find the area of a sector. So the area of a sector is a one-step shop, except you have to figure out what a radius is and that full area, which is pi r squared. So I want you to maybe write the formula down. A is pi r squared. So you know that what you're looking for is a radius. You need to square it and times it by pi for the full. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the radius and then create a proportion. A couple different proportions you could make, usually with circle graphs and central angles. It could be part is to the full area, pi r squared, as percent is to 100. You could do that. Or another one would be part of the area is to the full area as part of the degrees, so the central angle is to the total degrees in a circle, 360. It doesn't matter. What matters is that you go part to whole as part is to whole. So there's different times that work better to use a different proportion. So find the area of a sector that has a radius of 8 and covers 3/4 of the circle. So it looks like I cover this much. Well, if I cover 3/4 of it, I want to know, do I have my central angle or can I turn my 3/4 to a percent? So 3/4 is really 75%. So now I can create my proportion. Part of my area is to my full area, pi r squared, so 8 squared times pi, as 75% is to 100%. So what I typically do here, though, I do a one-stop shop. I find my radius and square it right away when I'm dealing with area. So this is really, part of your area is to 64 pi, as 75 is to 100. And then you figure that out. And the nice thing about area, again, as I stated already, is you don't have to remember to add. It's not like perimeter where you have to add around it. So 64 times 3.14 times 75 divided by 100 is 150.7, and that's going to be a squared unit of measure. Okay, and then we're done. So find an area of a sector that covers 1/8 of a circle that has a diameter of 10. So if I have a diameter of 10, I know I need my radius. If my diameter is 10, my radius is 5. Am I given a central angle at all? No, so I'm going to work with percent since I don't have a central angle. So 1/8 is equal to 1 divided by 8 is 0.125, which is 12.5%. So I just quick figure that percent out and then set up my proportion. Part of my area is to my whole area, pi r squared, so 5 squared pi, as part of my percent, 12.5, is to my full percent, 100. So 25 times 3.14 times 12.5 divided by 100 is 9.8 square units. I like this so much better than perimeter. Again. You just got to remember exponents. Sometimes with exponents, kids forget that it's timesing the number by itself, and they just times it by 2. So be so careful with that. And then the other proportion you can do is aligned with central angles. You'll know because the angle measure is there if you need to do that. So an area of sectors given a central angle again, proportions. Create a proportion. And you say part is to pi r squared as the central angle is to 360. Okay. So maybe we'll just, I don't know, do 2 of these. So I can find the area of this sector, and you always know which one you're looking at because the angle measure says figure, it's right there. So it's part of my area is to my full area 9 pi. Now I just multitask big time there. Remember, if r is 3, then r squared is 9. As 87 is to my full degree is 360. So 9 times 3.14 times 87 divided by 360 is 6.8 square units. And we've kind of been setting this up a lot. Let me just skip to this last one so I don't overdo you with problems here. So there is no radius on this last one. So let's go to the middle one. We'll work on the middle one. I can't do this one. I have not enough information. I don't know my radius and I don't know my diameter. So there's no way I can figure it out. Okay? All right, so the next one, I would say part of my area is to my full area, pi r squared. 7 squared pi. As my central angle, 30, is to my total degree measure, 360. And remember that's 49 times 3.14 times 30 divided by 360, which is 12.8. And I'm not going to solve the next one. You can go ahead and solve it, but I'll just set it up. It's a word problem. Oh, good, and it has diameter in there, so I do care about this one. What is the area of a sector that has a central angle of 87 degrees and a diameter of 8? Well, I have to figure out what my radius is because my formula is pi r squared, not pi d squared. So my radius is 4, so it would be part of my area is to my full area, 4 squared pi, as 87 degrees is to the full 360. And don't forget that 4 squared is 16. It is not 8. So it's x over 16 pi as 87 is to 360. Learning target done.